It's a pleasure to be here. I just flew in from China, so a few may be jet lagged, but I feel fine because I literally fly around the world probably every 6 to 12 weeks, covering about 30 to 40 countries a year now. And it's very exciting. It's very exciting to see this growth because we started out with just 12 doctors in 1992 saying, how can we change this paradigm of medicine? You know, from sports medicine, we know when we wanted a champion athlete, we took the best physiologists, endocrinologists, biomechanists, trainers. We put them all together for peak performance for that particular athlete. But in aging, we just kept waiting for you to break and then fix you, and then break and then fix you. It just didn't make sense. So we all got together in a series of different specialties, and we said, what can we do to change the way we're approaching medicine? Instead of a disease-based model, how can we do a preventative, proactive, integrating the patient to work with us model where we can really look at the patient like an athlete? How can we take an 80-year-old and make them walk 10 blocks instead of 7 blocks? How can we change this whole approach? And that's what's made it really exciting to see. And with all challenges, you could always tell the pioneers by the arrow stuck in their back. And when you come up with a new innovative idea, first people call you crazy, then they try and disprove you, they try and ridicule you, they say all kinds of crazy things, then they copy you, and then they call it their own. And right now we're in the copy phase because they couldn't kill it off, and now it truly is a global phenomenon. When I visit some of the countries that are open-minded to medicine, such a country like China, with the Chinese traditional medicine, they know that there are herbs and there is exercise and acupuncture and massage therapy, aside from all the hardcore medication surgery, where you can really change the patient's life. And the metamorphosis and what's happening, 2 weeks ago, China just approved private practice for the first time in the nation of China in Beijing. This is now going to spread through the whole country. They're starting to build, they throw up hospitals and they throw up 60-story skyscrapers like we throw up a little frame house. Okay, they're building a city the size of Houston every 6 months. They have a new middle class of 350 million people, a new middle class. And they're building facilities that are just mind-boggling. So the future, and this is happening all over the world, in Southeast Asia, Indonesia, they're building hospitals, Singapore, Malaysia, India. This is happening all around the world. So because of my other position, I also run 180 nations in our sport federation through the Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation. We now have direct contacts over the last 25 years with the ministers of health, ministers of sport, so we get this direct entree. I just met with the governors in 5 different cities in 5 days in China. Met with the former minister of health of Taiwan. And so that's the level that we're playing at. And unlike other medical groups that hold one medical conference once every 1 to 4 years, we hold 20 every year all around the world. There's not a medical society in the world that is doing what we're doing now globally. So we're in a very unique position. So you're part of a very unique movement, one that really can't be stopped because it's just general inertia. The whole global aspect is growing older. And now how do we grow older healthier? And that's really the key issue. One of the cities I visited was Hainan Island, and I was brought in as visiting professor to the medical school there, and they just attributed 90 billion RMB, which is like about 12 billion US dollars, for the development of some of these aspects of healthcare for the elderly. So you're in a field that is growing. It's not completely recession-proof, but more recession-proof than virtually any industry on the planet, and you're part of a exciting global changing movement, and we thank you for being here. And realize that all the directors and officers of the Academy are volunteers. Since we began in 1992, we have a lot of hardworking people that just really put out the efforts because we truly believe in what we're doing, and we know that we can make a difference, and we have, and we've overcome really insurmountable odds to get there. And again, I want to personally thank all of you for taking the time out from your very busy schedules to come here to join us today at this World Congress, and thank you very much for that. Now, to give you the kind of quality of the people that the AFRAM is attracting, Dr. Joe Maroon is one of the top neurosurgeons in the world. He's the vice chairman of neurosurgery at the University of Pittsburgh. For 20 years, he's been the team physician for the world champion Pittsburgh Steelers. He's run ultra marathons, Ironmans. He walks the talk, and he also developed the Impact Series, which is used in the NFL and all the contact sports in professional sports and amateur sports. So when you have somebody who's published hundreds of scientific papers in peer-reviewed journals and won just about every award in the field of neurosurgery, Dr. Maroon